One hat.
One hat, okay.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I was here last year, I think days after the acquisition was announced, with the promise of really transforming creative. And we've been working on it in the last year, and I want to share with you some of the things that we've been doing, really a sneak peek into this new product that we're bringing to the market in Q1 called Y Creative. Basically, consumers, and we know that, expect ads today to be personalized, rich, app-like experiences. And at Yahoo, we really want more of these kind of experiences to mesh with all of the great new experience that we'll bring to the market. But creating this kind of personalized experiences is actually very hard. Time-consuming, it costs a lot of money, and really puts a high hurdle. So what we're trying to do with Y Creative in 2012 is really to make it extremely easy. And I'm going to show you how. So I want to actually go back to this old tool, Flash, that everyone have used to create ads for a long time. However, what we've done is we've hooked up to that. We've hooked up to Flash, and we said we want to use that to actually create modern, personalized HTML5 ads that we can actually show on an iPad, right? So how do we do that? Let me show you. So I'm going to create an ad for Living Social here. As you can see. And what we've done is basically we connected Flash to Yahoo's new personalization cloud. So basically everything that I'm doing is automatically streamed to the cloud and then used with our personalization technology to find the right optimized variation for each and every user. So I'm going to just create really quickly an ad here. And you see, I've actually uploaded here a bunch of variations, and I can do the same thing also for text. So let's add some text here. And here's some text just for fun. Okay. And if I really want to get extra credit, I can add another variation. And the point is that all of this can be done by a very novice designer. There's no programming involved in it, nothing. And once I've done that, I can just save it. Basically, what's going on now is it's being streamed to the cloud. So we're just using Flash as a design tool, as designers are used to, but we're not saving it as Flash. And now, what I can do is actually go here into Y Creative and get into the Living Social campaign. And you see the ad that I was just creating is already up here on the cloud. And I can play with the variations. But what's even more interesting is that I can take the concept of audiences that we love so much for media buying and actually use it here in the context of personalization and campaign and creative strategy. So for example, let me create an audience like sport fans in New York. And we're using all of Yahoo data to actually nail this down. So things like gender, and location, and interest. But this is just really the tip of the iceberg here from the perspective of all of the different data that we have of our users. And I can say, for this kind of audience, I want to show this hamburger, but I actually want to optimize between the different texts because I don't really know which one will work. So let me show you this after I spend a few minutes creating all of these audiences. You can see that some of them are well defined because the brief calls for a specific variation, but some of them are much more open, and they ask our optimization engine to actually choose and bucket the different variations to different users. So that was great, but it wasn't enough for us, so we wanted to make it even more easy. So we introduced the concept of ad format, or more exactly the ad format app store. Right? So this is really you can think of it like an app store for ad formats, where you can choose a very specific ad format that is very specific for a particular usage. So I'm going to use here this ad format, which is a product gallery for a search retargeting ad. And all I have to do really is to go drag a bunch of assets that I want to use in this ad here. They'll be uploaded. And then I can just choose which one I want to use as the logo, which one I want to use for the button, maybe add some text if I want. And that's it. I have a fully personalized product gallery that I can take and put anywhere. This, by the way, will run on Yahoo Media, but not only. You'll be able to use it across the internet. So obviously, because I didn't have a lot of time, I couldn't get into all of the great stuff. But I want to show you some more cool examples that actually are executed. Here's an example of a great brand, Tom's. I don't know if you know it, but it's a great shoe brand. You see here a video ad with a product catalog. Another example that takes it even further is this, where you combine commercial content, like hotels, with non-commercial content into a rich experience. Here's another one where it's more app-like, with all kinds of capabilities. And lastly, here's an ad for the new Lifestand app that we've recently launched, that really brings it all together. Rich experience, HTML5 for the iPad, all generated with ease of use. And this is coming in Q1. We still have some slots for beta partners, creative agencies that are interested in playing with this, so feel free to approach me if you're interested.